All right, great. Well, welcome everyone to the 2020 Mom Diaper Drives for Change webinar. We're so glad you're with us. This is one of the second, actually, webinar in the 2020 Mom Ambassador Series, webinar series for our 2020 Mom Ambassadors, and hopefully you know about that program. We'll give a quick overview of that program after today's session, but welcome everyone. I actually want to first share that our mission at 2020 Mom is to close gaps in maternal mental health care, and our goal is to do so or have a great plan laid out by the year 2020, and engaging volunteers like all of you and giving you opportunities to go deep in a way that's not too overwhelming is one of our platforms for change. So today our hope is to talk a little bit about why diapers, what is the link to maternal mental health. We'll also talk about when we got involved in hosting diaper drives and what we've done, why it's worked. We'll give you an overview of some tools for success, and we'll share one 2020 Mom Ambassador's diaper drive story. And then we'll also, at the end of our session, go over our ambassador program in case anyone wants more information. And then we're going to open it up for general questions and answers, and then a discussion about diaper drives, how they work, how to get involved, and then anything else you want to ask about 2020 Mom and our ambassador program. So I wanted to quickly introduce both Stacy and myself. We're on. Here I am on the left. My name is Joy Burkhardt, and I'm the founder of 2020 Mom and also serve as our executive director. And then Stacy, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you and let you introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. So as Joy mentioned, my name is Stacy Porter. I am a project associate for 2020 Mom, and I'm working with the ambassador program. And overall, just trying to help our mothers get the support for their babies and their families and themselves that they need. So I hail in Illinois. I know we've got a lot of people on the coasts, so I'm here in Central Time. I hope we're thank you for being so flexible on times tonight.
Great, thanks, Stacy. And you can see Stacy's email is at the bottom of this slide in case folks have questions about this program or anything else that's going on with the ambassador program. All right, so did you know that up to 1 in 5 women will suffer from a maternal mental health disorder like maternal depression or postpartum depression? I bet you did. And did you know that among those who live in poverty, the women that live in poverty, the prevalence of maternal depression can soar up to 50%? So half of women living in poverty will experience maternal depression. And we can all play a role in supporting them. So what is the diaper connection? Well, there was a study that was conducted out of Yale University that shows that women who are living in poverty or are low income, who don't have enough diapers for their babies, are more likely to report symptoms of depression and anxiety than other low income mothers or the general population, of course, right? So 3 in 10 poor mothers, so 3 in 10 women living in poverty reported that they cannot afford an adequate supply of diapers. So we all know that distress can increase our risk for maternal mental health disorder, or anxiety or depression in particular. And that if you can just imagine, right, the added stress, it's hard enough anyway, but not to be able to diaper your baby and put your baby in a clean or dry diaper, how that impacts the baby, and then how that negatively impacts a mother. So it's not surprising, is it? But we often don't think about the diaper connection. So this is why 2020 Mom held our very first diaper drive in 2015, and why we're now inviting all of you and others in our network to host a diaper drive in your community. It's a way to reduce the stress in mothers who are low income by helping them keep their babies' bottoms dry and clean. So how does it work? Well, the first thing we would suggest is that you select a nonprofit partner that serves mothers and babies to donate the diapers to. We also have tools to help you market your drive, and we'll go over those in just a moment. And then we ask, like, if you do host a drive, which we hope you will, we would love for you to send pictures to us so we can feature you and your work in our e-newsletter that goes out to about 5,000 people and also potentially on our website. So I'm going to give you a little more detail now about how to get started and then also show you some of our tools on a little tour of our website. So we just mentioned one of the first steps is to select a recipient partner, but you also need to think about a partner for an actual collection of diapers. So some examples and some things that we've done and others in our network here in Los Angeles. It's a great and often an easy way to partner with a preschool or a school or a daycare, right? A large daycare. We'll talk about signs that you could post, flyers that we have available to help market the event, etc. Another idea that's come in is if you work for a large employer, you might consider asking your employer, or it doesn't even have to be a large employer, right? But an employer, if you can promote a diaper drive and find a nonprofit together as an employee site that you can donate the diapers to. A lot of employers are now getting really excited and more engaged in volunteer activities and promoting, supporting their local community. So this is a great way to raise engagement with employers. There's all sorts of other ideas. We've heard about Girl Scout troops hosting a diaper drive and earning a badge, and maybe doing a collection site at a local neighborhood store like a Ralph's or a Target, grocery store or a Target, something like that, just like they do for cookie sales. That's kind of fun. It works well if you think about locations where patrons can purchase diapers, again, like a Target or a Babies R Us. Those are great potential partners, particularly because people can buy diapers when they're there. So you're increasing the sales of a partner at Target or Babies R Us, for example. So think about those kinds of partners as well. And then we mentioned earlier to identify your receiving site. So you get to pick who receives the diapers. So find a local charity in your neighborhood that you think would be great to partner with, and perhaps it's charity that serves low-income women, and that's really what we're trying to do here. Think about organizations like Grandparents as Parents. So we have an organization called Grandparents as Parents here in Los Angeles that serves the grandparents that are serving or raising their grandchildren, usually low-income families that are in that situation. Of course, there's homeless shelters that serve women and women and children. Of course, a phenomenal partner to think about partnering with and donating diapers to. There are organizations that serve single mothers, again, often likely to have high need. You can probably brainstorm and think of an organization in your community right now that would benefit from receiving diapers. Another example is the YWCA, an organization that serves women. So after you think about where you'll collect diapers and who that site might be, partner might be, and then who you donate the diapers to, then you think about the tools that you need to conduct a diaper drive. And the tools that we've created that are available on our website are a flyer. So if you're going to host a diaper drive at a school, for example, you could download this flyer. We'll take a look at it in just a moment and take it into the school principal or administration and say, this is what I'd like to do. Here's an overview of a flyer that we can distribute to parents or post throughout the school. There's also diaper drop-off signs. So when you're going to start to collect diapers, we have signs that you can order to post, to hang those signs out where you're collecting diapers. And we have found, it's not here on the slide deck, but we have found that a great collection bin for diapers is actually a pack and play or a playpen, right? for those of us that are older and remember the term playpen. So pack and play or playpen is a great way to collect diapers. And then we also have awareness stickers. We'll show those to you in just a moment that you can order that are in English and in Spanish that you can actually tape onto or stick onto your diapers once you've collected them, that talks about prevalence of maternal mental health disorders and provides the Postpartum Support International warm line on those stickers so that the women who are receiving the diapers understand a little bit about maternal mental health. So we're not only solving for the diaper need, but doing some education as well. So I'm going to click on this link, and it should take us to the 2020 Mom webpage. You'll see it in just a moment here, where we have our diaper drive information. So you can see it's under events and projects. And at the very bottom here, diaper drives. So we're on this page already. There are, those are the diapers that we collected at one of our diaper drives. You can see the stickers that I just mentioned here on the diapers, and that we've collected over 6,500 diapers in the last couple of years. So I'm going to scroll down and you can see some of the information that we've already gone over, but we specifically wanted to talk about what tools exist. So here's an example of a flyer that you can download and customize to meet your own needs. Let's see what happens if well, I'm not going to download it now, but you can download it, but you can see here that there are facts and figures about the diaper need. And we mention here that that safety net programs like WIC or in California it's called SNAP, but assistance programs for low-income women usually don't cover diapers. Most people don't know about that. We talk about the increased risk for maternal mental health disorders and a few other facts here that are really helpful. And again, help a family by bringing a pack of diapers. And then you can see here it says insert location and date, so you can customize this flyer very easily. You can also add your own logo if you're with another organization that's trying to promote services in your own community. So all of this is customizable. You can see here that this is a Word document and that you can easily customize this and print it. We suggest you print it in color if you can, because it looks much nicer that way, of course, but none of that is required. We also mentioned that we have diaper drive drop-off signs, so you can see those here. They're in both English and Spanish. Generally, you can imagine that you only need these in English, not in Spanish. But you may be working with both communities where you can collect diapers from Spanish-speaking community as well. And then we say here, consider using a pack and play as a bin to collect diapers. You can download these signs directly and order them from a printer in your community, or you can see we have a partnership with Vistaprint that allows you to order them directly through Vistaprint. And then I also talked about the diaper drive stickers that are available over here on the right-hand side, and we highly encourage use of these stickers to place on the diapers themselves to help raise awareness among the recipients of the diapers. And you'll see here that we say up to 1 in 5 women will suffer, and we have these in both English and Spanish. And the version that's available on Vistaprint actually includes the Postpartum Support International warm line as well. I'm going to take us back now to our presentation. And I think I'm going to run, oh, there we go. There we go. Great. So that was a tour of the tools that are available. Again, you can download those and print them in your own way, or you can print them through our links and on Vistaprint. So we wanted to share the story of one of our new ambassadors, and her name is Amanda Suzuki. She's actually, if you can believe it, which we're so excited about, she's a psychiatrist that works here in Orange County, California, who held a diaper drive and at a screening at the Dark Side of the Full Moon, which many of you may know is a documentary that goes over maternal mental health disorders and why this is a public health and family crisis. She did her drive in November. There's a picture of some of the diapers that came in at the drive and one of the signs. And Stacy, I thought it would be great to have you share anything else that you want to raise up about Amanda and her work.
Right. I think Joy covered a good majority of it, but yeah, Amanda and her coworker Sonia are with the Orange County Psychiatric Society. So when they did the screening, they were, focused on physicians, pediatricians, psychologists, psychiatrists, but yeah, they lumped that together. The diaper drive was put together with the screening, and all of it was going towards promoting the maternal mental health in their community. They ended up donating the diapers, sorry, to a local food bank that serviced families. So she said it was really successful, and they had a bunch of handouts, just well received on all ends. So nothing else, nothing else specific, but she really enjoyed it and said that it went very well. So we're so proud.
Great. Well, excellent. So we want to stop now and just give a quick overview of the Ambassador Program. This is just one of the projects that are available where we attempt to make it very easy for individuals to do some great work in their community. Whether you belong to an organization that's trying to go deep or not, this program has been designed for both of those situations. So I am going to go back to the website and show you where you can find out more information about our Ambassador Program. So under Join the Movement, you can see individuals and organizations, and here we are. So Stacy, I'm going to go ahead and scroll slowly and turn it back over to you as our Ambassador Program lead.
All right, perfect. So yeah, with our Ambassador Program, you don't have to be with a specific organization. It's open to both, and we welcome participation on all ends. Our ambassadors, we ask them to pledge to do 2 of a number of things, which you'll see as we go through. 2 opportunities to help improve the lives of women and just advancing awareness of our maternal mental health issues. So one of the first things that you'll see is that there's an opportunity to host a documentary screening. As we referenced earlier, it's called Dark Side of the Full Moon, and we'll actually be having a webinar on that and how to get that done in April, so be on the lookout for that. But that's one of the things that's it's a very moving documentary. So see, next we've got becoming an Inner Circle member or donating to our annual Giving Tuesday campaign. Those pretty much speak for themselves. Inner Circle is making continuous donations to the program and helping to further our cause. Okay, another really easy thing to do that a lot of our ambassadors enjoy is hanging posters in their community. So those are downloadable. You can see there's a link there. If you follow that, much like the diaper drive flyers, you can go and hang those at your local coffee shop. That's something that I did myself even before I got involved with the Ambassador Program. So it's super easy, and there is no better way to increase awareness for general public. So another thing is what we're talking about right now, which is hosting a diaper drive. Hosting a webcast of our annual forum. So that is coming up on very soon here, February the 13th. What we ask our ambassadors to do is to partner with a local agency or a nonprofit, and there, if you're local in California, you can actually attend this forum in person. That's awesome if you've got the opportunity to do that, but our ambassadors are spread throughout the U.S. So there's an ability to host a webcast, and there's more specifics that we can get into on that. If you guys are interested in that aspect, let me know and I will get you that information. But there's a way to be a part of it. And Next, you'll see we're moving down to Walking to Support 2020 Mom. So this year, we are partnering with the March of Dimes, and we are asking our ambassadors who want to walk to support the cause. There'll actually be a registration process that you can follow through 2020 Mom. And then we're getting teams together. Again, we're asking for our ambassadors to be team captains, get people who know and support you in the community, and go out and walk for a good cause. So the March of Dimes walks are very popular. They are scattered throughout the U.S. in many, many, many different areas. So it's up to the regional teams who coordinate those dates and the times and the locations. So if you're interested in doing that, you can look up where your local walk is. And then if you're interested in doing that, just send me the location. You can email me or contact me and let me know where that is, because then we can set it up in our local system. And the benefit to doing that is that you'll actually be donating to both causes, both 2020 Mom and the March of Dimes, as we are going to be hoping that our teams will do some fundraising for 2020 Mom. And then following the walks, 2020 Mom, the organization, is going to give a donation over to March of Dimes as well. So it's actually killing two birds with one stone. It's a really nice way to help the community. So let me know if you're wanting to do that. We should have information going up shortly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just mention this link here, learn more. There's some great information about the walk. And if you're interested, there's a form to fill out, and it'll actually go to Stacy, or you can email her, of course, because you have her information now. What we love about this program is that we are raising awareness around for a very vulnerable population. The folks that walk in March of Dimes walks are usually tied to a preterm birth situation, or even an infant or a newborn loss. So we know that those families are at high risk. And there's also research, as folks know, that show that untreated depression or anxiety during pregnancy is a leading cause of preterm birth or low birth weight babies. So we're really excited about the partnership and being able to raise awareness among this population. Stacey, we do also have a webinar coming up on hosting a March of Dimes walk, and I know you're going to give everyone that date in a moment as well. So we'll go ahead and go down here, and the last two items on the list.
Fantastic.
Actually, three items on the list.
All right, so let's see. At the top of your screen, you'll see hosting a fundraiser of your choice. So people who have a knack for event planning or have some ties with people who can help out, if there's something else that you want to do, that would be beneficial to helping support 2020 Mom, we are always open to that. One of the things that one of our supporters has done is the poster that you're seeing there she hosted an evening in Spain, and this particular individual was trained in, is it flamenco dancing, Joy?
Yeah.
I think so. Her and her partner gave a live dance performance. They created a menu that was resemblant of Spain, and kind of just created a really nice atmosphere, a really nice night out for their supporters, and then the proceeds went to 2020 Mom. Another thing you can do, I'm trying to think of another opportunity that we've got, is hosting a local theater show, working with a company, whatever you can think of. If you can dream it, you can do it. So we're always open to that. And then moving down the list, we've got having a legislative meeting. So for those of you who like to do the advocacy in terms of making change in policy, meeting with local, elected officials is a huge thing that you can do. And there are materials available on, on our website that you can bring to leave with those officials after you have a talk with them. Very empowering and very well received to be sharing a personal story, either of something you've been through, something someone you know has been through, because it really goes a long way in making our point as to why why this is such a significant thing to be working towards improving. There's also, you can see there's a link for, we did a webinar last month that was talking about how to do advocacy work. So check that out. And then engaging your hospital. So you're just working with staff to see if you can figure out a way to improve outcomes in the hospital, working with patient, whatever you can do to make things better. I don't know if Joy has any more background on that in particular. So that's a
Yeah, 2020 Mom has a set of recommendations for hospitals, and this hospital engagement overview link here, we won't click on that now. We'll do another webinar on hospital engagement at some point this year as well. But again, you can look around now and take a look if that is something that interests you. And Stacy, why don't I go ahead and take the last item too, which is there's an opportunity for groups and communities to form a community coalition, multiple stakeholders to come together, OBGYNs, pediatricians, social workers, community centers that are doing, serving underserved women, to come together and just talk about needs in your community. Do you have enough resources to refer women to? Do OBGYNs and others know about validated screening tools that exist to help diagnose? And what additional services are needed in your community? And we have a community action toolkit that's available, that will be available. We're in the pilot phases now, that will be available shortly for anyone to download and be able to kind of pull these community coalitions together with a local nonprofit or agency as a partner. Great. Well, Stacy, thanks for that overview. Here we are again, back to my PowerPoint and needing to go back to the view. Super. So we just wanted to thank all of you and open it up for questions and answers and discussion about diaper drives, things that you want to talk about with respect to hosting your own diaper drive and or any other ambassador types of programs. We'll go ahead and unmute.
Muted.
okay. Can everybody hear? Joy, can you hear me? Joy, can you hear me?
Yeah, right now I think
sorry.
we unmuted everybody's lines. Let's see, Maricela, can you ask a question? Stacey, why don't we use that chat box question feature and just see if there are questions that are coming in through the control panel.
Yep. Oh,
and,
I do see, hold on, I've got two more.
Okay, great.
Okay, now Melissa's just saying she's still here. Sorry.
Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and manually, since we're having some trouble with the full unmute option. Now you can hear some background noise. So you all are unmuted now, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. And any feedback that's coming in through the chat or the questions, Stacy?
Nope, not yet.
Amy, Hannah, Rocio, Maricela, Denise, anyone want to share some feedback?
This is Amy.
Hi, Amy, great.
Hi, and I'm in Brooklyn. I'm a therapist, and I have taken the course through you all in postpartum support, and I'm very interested in having a diaper drive in May. So I am thinking through the different options, and it was really helpful just to hear you go through sort of the steps and how to make it happen.
That's so great. And that was you, Denise, right?
Amy.
Oh, Amy. Thank you, Amy. Great, Amy. Well, keep us posted. Let us know what you need. And I love that you suggested the month of May, because for those who haven't heard, and I'm guessing you have, is May is Maternal Mental Health Awareness Month. So it's the perfect time to do something like this and raise awareness for maternal mental health, and also serve these low-income women and their children.
Exactly. It's like a dual aspect.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Amy. Any others that want to ask questions or talk about your interest in hosting a diaper drive? All
Hi,
right. Well, we
Joy.
can. Oh,
This is
is that you,
Maricela.
Maricela?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
great.
Maricela. Hi.
Nice to
Um,
hear your voice.
thank you, you too. Um, I've partnered with the local hospital here in Whittier, and I'm thinking of how I can partner with them. And also, we have a couple of organizations, an agency that serves moms and young kids. So I'm just trying to think of who would be the best recipient. But I think I also have a couple of places in mind who could, I could possibly have more than one place to collect diapers from.
Well, that's a great point too. There's no need to limit it. It's easy enough, right, to set up. If you've got a couple pack and plays, we actually bought more just for this purpose. There's some that are like $40, right? And then you can donate those later too, right? So
Yeah.
that's fabulous. What a great idea.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have any specific tips maybe for partnering with the hospital, because I have never done anything particularly with them.
Yeah, we have tried partnering with our local hospital here, and we found, and we even advertised through a local radio station, we actually found that it doesn't work as well as hosting a diaper drive at a location where families can actually buy diapers that day, or a school. They tend to be the best places to collect. It certainly doesn't hurt if you're going to collect in multiple areas to have a collection site at a hospital. We just have found that people are usually at a hospital for other reasons and are quite distracted.
Right.
But you know what, a hospital as an employee engagement opportunity, it could be a phenomenal way
Yes.
to get them engaged. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what
someone else is thinking the same thing. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
it's Joy, it's Stacy. I was just thinking as she was talking that maybe if the hospital has an on-site care facility, daycare for their staff, possibly see about collecting there. I don't know if that's, it's dependent on the hospital if that'll even go over with them, but yeah, I mean, engaging the staff, as Joyce said, is really something that came to my mind. So maybe that would be, and if they're dropping off their kids every day, they might bring a pack of diapers with them to donate.
Yeah. And you know what I'm thinking? They have a huge social work department, and March is social work month.
Mm-hmm.
So that might even be a way of getting the department and staff involved.
Absolutely. And for those of you that are wanting to work with a hospital, I think we can also engage them, so feel free to email us, but we would be happy to offer some sort of discount to our webinar training that Amy just mentioned she went through, because we often find that even our clinicians are not well educated. So that might be a way to start the conversation, Maricela, and if you'd like to follow that path, let's talk, and we'll offer up a discount code. Did you know that this training exists? And here's a great way to raise awareness in your own network at the hospital and collect diapers for a low-income community. And their PR departments, love these opportunities. A lot of hospitals have their own magazines, right, that go out to people in the community. So it's a great PR opportunity. So I think you're really onto something if you can do it from an employee engagement standpoint.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, great idea. Thanks for being on. Did anyone else want to raise some ideas or brainstorm a bit together?
I do see a question here, Joy, from Hannah. Hannah said, or maybe it's not a question, let's see. Partnering with a local preschool to throw a diaper drive. They asked her to remove the 2020 Mom logo from the posters and the information about the link.
Yeah, that's okay too. All of this is customizable. We only want you to use our logo if it's helpful for the cause. So if you want to host a drive at a preschool or school and it's helpful not to have our branded information on it, that's fine with us. Our goal is not to self-promote, but really to raise awareness and serve this need. So great question. If you need help, I think our flyer, the flyer in particular, you can easily remove the logo. Some of the other materials, we might have to work with our graphic designer to do that, but just email us and we'll help you make that happen. I also will mention working with schools. So we have found that a lot of schools, elementary and up, right, but elementary work, it works particularly well because often families and women are still dropping off their kids at school. There are elementary schools that have community service requirements, and this can be a really easy way for students to gain community service points by donating a pack of diapers. They turn them in at the front desk and then get their little flip that acknowledges it to give their teacher. And so, you might think about schools that have those requirements. And we've also found it's a great opportunity in May, in particular at schools, because often students have a lot of community service hours to make up for, and they can buy 10 packs of diapers and be done, and it's a win-win for everyone. Low stress. I don't have to go out and pick up, trash or have hours of service, but instead, can donate through use of funds. So think about that as well, and I'm glad you asked Hannah about schools and customizable materials. Anything can be customized and used, so we're open to any of it. Just give us an email, shout out.
Okay, I've got another question here about the first steps to hosting a diaper drive, choosing a partner. Would we educate them on mental health and ask them if they would allow us to host a diaper drive there? Or how do we approach potential partners?
Thank you for that great question. The flyer we found is helpful. We also have a cover letter that we can email you that we'll actually, Stacy, let's put it on our to-do list to upload that cover letter, a template cover letter. Generally we found that you don't have to do a lot of education on the cause, just the opportunity to do a drive, especially school, people tend to not need a ton of information about the cause. They tend to understand that there's a need, low-income families need diapers, and that's enough. But the flyer does provide, I think, enough information to help. Oops, sorry, you guys. To help explain the connection to maternal mental health. So I don't think you have to be prepared to answer a lot of questions or do a lot of education on maternal mental health. But if you find otherwise, I think that's generally a good sign, because someone probably, if they want to know more, has some sort of connection to a mom who has suffered. Usually that's what we found. Great question. So we'll get that letter out, and feel free to email Stacy or I. Let me get us back to that slide that has our contact information here, so you can see Joy at 2020mom.org or Stacy at 2020mom.org.
I just have one more thing to add tonight. So for any of you who might be interested in the March of Dimes walk, again, I just want to let you know, and there'll be we'll be able to get it out to you in other forms also, but if you want to save the date, we are having our next webinar on Tuesday, February the 7th, so that's coming up in just a few weeks at 4:30 Pacific time, and we'll be covering the logistics of people who want to have groups walking at their local March of Dimes walks. So we hope to see some of you then too.
Great. And if you want to know more about the Ambassador Program and think you could probably commit to doing 2 of these activities in a year, we'd love for you to email Stacy. We have a Facebook group that we communicate to our ambassadors in, and also share this information about webinars through an email and a Facebook post. So let us know if you want more information and want to get engaged with others doing this great work. Any final questions, comments before we wrap up tonight? All right. Well, thank you so much for your interest in helping moms and going deeper in your community, and we hope to see all of you on our next webinar. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Guys.